The Supreme Court has upheld access to a widely available abortion pill, at least for now. The nation's high court last night granting emergency requests from the Biden administration, as well as the makers of Mifepristone, which was approved for use more than 2 decades ago. But the groups that brought the initial lawsuit are vowing now to fight on. NewsNation correspondent Evyn Moon tracking this for us in Washington tonight. Evyn?
Yeah, the Supreme Court justices came within just a few hours of their deadline on this ruling, issuing to ultimately keep access available to the abortion pill drug, at least for now.
The ruling coming in Friday night on a 7-2 vote, with only Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito dissenting. The decision blocked potential restrictions to access Mifepristone, one of 2 drugs used in more than half of medical abortion procedures in the U.S. A lower court in Texas was looking to put a freeze on telemedicine prescriptions, mail deliveries, and pharmacy pickups of the drug, while a legal challenge to the Food and Drug Administration's approval plays out. Conservative groups in the Lone Star State claim the FDA approval for the drug needs to be revoked, citing safety concerns and claiming the lack of restrictions by the FDA has allegedly resulted in deaths. Mifepristone has been approved for use since 2000, and more than 5 million people have used it. According to the FDA, 5 deaths are associated with the drug for every 1 million users since 2000. President Biden issued this statement following the decision, saying he stands by the FDA's evidence of the drug and their independent, expert authority to review, approve, and regulate prescription drugs. He goes on to say the stakes could not be higher for women across America, and he will fight for women's health. As a former obstetrician focusing decades of his practice on pregnancies and deliveries, Senator Roger Marshall tells NewsNation he believes it can be unsafe.
My concern right now about the abortion pill is that they're giving it without doing exams on women before they give it, without doing ultrasounds. I think that's below the standard of care. I think that they'll be missing ectopic pregnancies. I think that they'll be giving this abortion pill to a woman who thinks she's 9 weeks and she's really 16 weeks along. I've seen many patients in the emergency room who have side effects from this drug.
This case now goes back to the Fifth Circuit Court, where both sides will present evidence of the safety or lack thereof that will be examined by a 3-judge panel in Texas. All of this comes almost 1 year after the highest court overturned Roe v. Wade, which federally protected abortion up to about 24 weeks. Since the issue was sent back to the state legislatures, over a dozen have banned abortions or restricted access, and the fight continues in many states right now.
The fight between the FDA and anti-abortion groups is not over when it comes to these pills. Both sides will be presenting evidence for and against the abortion drug in the lower courts. But this process could take months or even years, Natasha, and an appeal could end up right back at the Supreme Court.
Are in it for the long haul. Evyn Moon in Washington for us tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.